I just dropped off Karla to her dentist appointment. I know that I have around an hour to go thrifting. So I decided to go over to Salvation Army, a thrift store that I really don't go to too often. And I do find a little bit of stuff. I haven't found anything over worth $50. Today, maybe that would change. I come across a lot of good items no matter where I go to. Depending on what your goals are, you should try looking at more things if you can't find what you're looking for in your category. Open up to other things, other genres. I started doing that in the very beginning after things started running out. Along the way, I started learning a lot more and making a lot more. You can learn so much from many others like me sharing content on their platforms. I've never been fond of taking drinks inside a store, any store, regardless of the rules or not, even though other people do it. I just feel weird about it. So I'm gonna finish this up right now. Oh, let's go. All right, all orange tags, 50% off this week. What are we on today? I don't even know. The 19th? Books, movies, buy one, get one free. Okay, maybe there's something out there. Maybe there's something. I really don't look at it. Right off the bat, I see something that's standing out that I don't think belongs in this rack, because there's nothing but t-shirts and hoodies. And those that are right next to it don't belong there either. Somebody grabbed them and put them here. The price that I pay for all the things that I'm about to find, which isn't much, should bring me in some good profits. This female jackets by North Face Extreme don't go as much as the men do, so keep your eyes out on them. Especially the unique bright color blocks could go for around $60 or more. I'm always looking at cookie jars, especially when, I can't remember who, but somebody on TikTok ended up selling one for an easy $145. So since then, I've been looking at them. Now this Sakura cookie jar, there's not just one, there are two of them. This one goes for around $20 to $30. There are some that go for around $60 or more. There's still other brands that I don't know about, so if you know some brands for me to look at or look for, please message me in the comments down below. My peripheral reseller tingling senses start going off. David Bowie and Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, Art Wow. This is a pretty cool mug. They retail for around $25. I'm expecting around $15 to $18. This is brand new condition. The face on both ends look like if they're worn, but that's the manufacturer style. I'm also learning about pottery. Looking at this glazed mug, I turn it around and see that it's actually more of a local one, Laughlin, Nevada. Never been there, but maybe one day. I thought of Dagny when I seen this because I thought it was grapes. Dagny Flying Pig Thrifts. She mentioned one time about a month ago how she likes grapes. Not sure if she was making an inside joke with somebody, but ever since then I've been particular about finding things that people like, just out of curiosity to learn from it. I couldn't tell what name this is, and it isn't grapes. If you didn't tell, it's actually the shape of a turtle. It's maybe a cereal bowl. It might be a cover. Not sure. Might even be something for plants. Who knows? I thought it was pretty cool, but I ended up leaving it behind. But this right here, this Giganosaurus enormous cereal bowl, has a unique color. Might glow, might not. Totally forgot my UV light. I'm sorry. So for $7.99, I ended up asking a handful of friends if they knew what it was. They had no idea, but assumed that maybe that it went on something because of the hole on the bottom. I decided to leave it behind, and maybe if it's there next time, I might consider it for cereal. You always gotta look everywhere, especially on the bottom. Sometimes people grab stuff and place it other places for some reason, or they're trying to hide it. Who knows? But I end up coming across this glass piece. It looks a little off to me. It looked like some of the pointed edges are broken, but that's the way they are. There's no cracks or anything, but there's a lot of scratches of where the utensils or tools that they use to make this came across, and it didn't look right, so I decided to pass on it. Although it'd be cool to have, it's not something that I need to be doing. I need to find stuff that resells and make profit off of. Leather decanters are pretty cool. The most I've sold one for was on Whatnot for $32. I've been coming across a few more, and they're not worth reselling. They're a little big. Some of them have glass underneath, so it makes it heavier. That was kind of light, which maybe could have went under a pound, but not interested. But it was cool to look at. And this little glass piece, I think that was a vase that sits on something. Speaking of leather, here's another one, but it's not a decanter. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. And that right there, that's beautiful. So I'm looking left and right. You can't see it on my cell phone, but I'm making sure nobody's getting near to reach for it because that's happened to me before. I really like this glass piece right here. At first I thought it was a perfume bottle. Come to find out, it's an oil lamp diffuser. Now with this, I could get the pieces that go on the inside like the wick or the rope, 3 for around $6 on Amazon, which I already did. And the Millefiori on it, it's really nice. That little touch of the contrast of color with the brown, the vintage pressed flowers, suncatcher beveled with lead trim. Oh my gosh, I like coming across these things, especially the brooches. They do very well. For $1.99 is a really good price. I am going to get a discount off of it. I'm going to be asking $15. Some of them sell for a lot more depending on the flowers and the style or trim that's around it. What's your recent bad buy? This has to be one of my worst purchases ever. I must have been really fatigued because this felt heavy at the moment. I thought it was glass and assumed, not having my UV light to check, that it was Vaseline glass, the glowy glass, the kind of stuff that I like to look for. It wasn't until I got home that I realized that it was plastic. I was thinking this was an ice cream mug. It's not. It's a vintage Art Deco pottery vase. I like the color of this and I like the way it's ribbed and it has what it looks like flowers. Really cool, but it has a crack. And we have a crack on our own, so why would we want even more? Doesn't make any sense. Gosh. Over on another aisle, I come across this and I'm glad I did. This one isn't worth getting, but it's very cool. But the same company makes more that you need to look out for. This manifestation optical illusionary arts, this one doesn't go for very much, but there's some that do, like these. If you find the gold foil prints, those go for a lot more. You might even find Marilyn Monroe on one and goes for around $60 to $90. So keep your eyes out on stuff like this, especially that brand or that company. I'm not afraid of shipping heavy items unless I know what it's worth and have some background knowledge on it, even after research. But this one right here, this one's heavy. It's big. I think it might be some type of planner. I do like the design. It's very well made and I don't know what it is. And I also didn't see a price tag. Plus, Karla's texting me. She's saying she's almost done, so I gotta get out of here. All right, Karla finished a little earlier than what I was anticipating. With what I ended up getting inside here, I invested $10.98. $10.98. I got some stuff just based off of touching, looking at it. Feels like things are quality. More and more people are asking me how to resell. They have items, they haven't listed it yet. And some of them have been telling me this for months, maybe even longer. Start with one. Don't make it hard on yourself. Go through the process. What really pushes me as a reseller to sell items and get it listed are goals. Goals like my wife telling me, babe, I want to go visit my brother next year, say February. I start looking at that and say, okay, we're going to Idaho, gas money, travel, food, shopping, thrifting, eating, movies, popcorn, thrifting. Somewhere along the way, I'm going to get coffee and sleep. But I look at these things and that really helps me, having goals. Having goals really puts you in a position that you don't want to let yourself fail. So don't. Believe in yourself. Start with one item, keep it going. Don't limit yourself. When you can't do something in the time frame that you want it, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't give other people a hard time about it, but do let them know that you have a goal and you have something that you're working on that not only benefits you, it also benefits them in return without having to say that part, because some people expect things for free. And that's not the way it should be. But maybe those same people might even want to help you. And that's a huge plus when you could have a helping hand and how you could work as a team. Make sure to like and subscribe. Expect more videos, short videos and long form videos more often. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you find what makes you happy.